Okay, hello. So I did a small poll on LinkedIn. Thank you to everyone that took part in the poll. And I've basically been trying to investigate which would be the best solution for doing my painting for Apep Storm. And basically the result was overwhelmingly towards Substance Painter. So I thought, so when I made my initial decision to go down the using Mari before, is because that was based off past thought process, and I didn't double check. So now I've double checked, and also Substance Painter for the package is ever so slightly more expensive. So on the monthly basis, basically. So although it's more expensive, you do get slightly different. You get a few more options. So what do we get? You get I think you get like 4 programs. I think you get Substance 3D Stager, Substance 3D Painter, Substance 3D Sampler, Substance 3D Designer, and Substance 3D Modeler. So for the purpose of this video, basically the idea is I have quickly opened up, never touched Substance. I did ages ago, similar to Mario, had about an hour's worth testing before on both of them, so I've opened up Substance Painter today. I've gone through the process of importing in the butcher's head, and I've also imported in the texture from that I created in Mari. So that step, I already am further ahead with my knowledge base than I am with Mari, because I haven't figured out yet I haven't looked at the tutorials, but I haven't figured out how to import a texture already there. I know that sounds very small, but that should be something that's quite simple and straightforward. And I didn't really want to invest too much time on something like that. So to actually import the texture, it gave me the option when I loaded in the asset. It might give me the option in Mari, but I couldn't see it. There was a lot of options, and that might be why Substance is the overwhelming winner when it came to the poll I did. It's just a little bit more user friendly. I'm sure there's a lot of benefits on Mari, but I literally, I was able to import my image, and it came straight into here. And I literally just dragged and dropped it on here, and I can choose. Let's see what happens if I do height. Don't think it's going to do anything on height. Oh, it did. Right, there we go. So I've managed to make a displacement, or at least a bump map quicker. I didn't manage to make a bump map in Mari. Not yet. I haven't. I should most probably try it again. But you can see, wow, the texturing on the painting on that didn't go very nicely with what I did. It's a little bit curious. But so now I need to find out where this height map is. There we go. Okay. Okay, so that's quite straightforward, and I assume delete it. Yeah. So I didn't even have to think. I'm not saying that I don't want to think, but if my main goal is to just paint and to texture my character, because I have a limited amount of time to do all of this, then I would like to not have to spend ages learning the software. However, I am still going to go back to Mari and actually try it again, because I don't want to discount it. It's just that initially I want to actually get some of the textures done on the characters. I've got quite a few characters to texture and to paint, and it'd be nice to start seeing them in, getting a bit closer to what I'm after. So I mean, it was so I've just been dumping some of the textures on there, and the UI is similar to Photoshop, so you've got the options actually on the layers. You've got masks. Yeah. So if you've come from an Adobe background and you've used Photoshop a lot, this is, I know this isn't made by Adobe initially, but it was, it's got a lot of options that are very similar to Adobe. It's obviously owned by Adobe now, but it's, yeah, I assume I can literally, I mean obviously the layering system's similar, so I've got the layers here, that's quite straightforward. I'm sure if I right click on here I can change the blending, can I? I can add an adjustment layer, so let's see what that does. Brightness. Okay, here we go, so there's the difference, the lighten. Okay, so it's similar, it's just a little bit. It's worth basically most probably using both, jumping between the two, do what I can like get the basics done quickly in Substance Painter, but I might hit some glitches in there, not glitches, like hiccups my end. Obviously you can see my text, my UVs look a bit rubbish at the back. Yeah, I've got to kind of fix that really, haven't I? But yeah, anyway, okay, thanks a lot.